Hello my friends, in today's video I'm going to show you how I repotted my broken pot of string of pearls. This is a few weeks ago. Beautiful plant. Let's go ahead and repot it. So I've already prepared the soil. So the soil is 60% perlite and 40% orchid bark, sand, and compost. I always use that kind of mixture. You can use other readily available materials such as sandy loam and other compost, but you have to put lots of grits on it or some vermiculite. Pumice is also my choice. Basic succulent requirement is loose soil and fast draining pots. I have 2 free terracotta pots that I'm going to use. They are already cleaned and ready to go. String of pearls, my friends, came from southwestern Africa. That's their native origin, and they can thrive very well in a very dry area and can grow up to 2 feet long. Since this happened, I will take the chance to make some propagation or divide these plants into 3 pots. Okay, so what happened was the string broke right here. Me as a gardener, I have to check. I must check those ropes for my hanging baskets. This time I was so late. Rule of the thumb for this is do not water and then let it recover in a shade, a cool place in the shade. I hope you can make it. Make sure to cover the roots with soil. You'll have a greater chance of survival when transplanting. Going to place them in a shade and make sure that the rain doesn't get to them. After a week, then we can gradually bring them into a brighter light so that they can fully functionally be a thriving plant. On watering, make sure that the soil is completely dry. And even if it's dry, I have to wait like 2 to 3 days more before I water these plants. During the winter time, I'm in Texas, I don't water them at all. My plants are in the patio, but these can also thrive indoors as long as you have a bright, sunny location and spot in your house. One thing to take note is these have windows, those green lines like you can see right now. If you can see those lines, then you don't have to water them. That means they're still good. These beads, especially when they are very healthy, try to be compact, and aphids and all kinds of pestilence invade these plants. So I use the organic pesticide. And make sure when you use this, you have to use it early in the morning or late in the afternoon. On propagating these plants, I suggest that you just take the plants that has stems readily available to be put in the soil like this. You just have to tuck it in. I tried to do the beads itself, but it's taking too long to take off and develop some roots. Sometimes I have an issue on this plant. They are elongated and pointy and becoming more like a string of teardrops, but then when you see some of it, they are rounder and fuller. So I must have had an inconsistent watering and not too much light. That's my best guess for this. So my technique is that I choose to have these strands that's trailing down and just put them and tuck them into the soil so that they will look fuller. Just for example, this one, just tuck it in like that, and then it's gonna take off on roots and make it fuller and good looking. You can also do water propagation. Just cut this trailing plants like this and stick them in the water, but I have a lot more success on just sticking these strands into the soil and then let it root. On fertilizer, I use rainwater, and then I also use fish emulsion, especially in the growing months, first few months of the year, so that you can enjoy a beautiful bloom like this. That's our tip for today. Until then, I shall see you later.